Who do you think is going to win the next election?
I think Joe Biden will. I think it's going to be very close, and I think we're going to have a lot of problems again.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be close. Like, if I had to decide right now, I'd say it's about 50-50. But I'd probably say like maybe 54% chance Biden, 46% Trump.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think Biden is going to clean sweep it.
Yeah.
Wait, start preloading the clips, like, so that we can just roll them.
Are you not worried about the polls? Like the polls at this point in time?
I think the polls are, this is my thought on it. My thought is that if you went like 6 months ago, or like a year ago, or a year and a half ago, I think that inflation was a significant problem in the economy. It was real. It could be seen on paper, and it was felt emotionally. People were talking about it, and they felt like they felt it. And then I think as the months went on, I think it became not as real, but people still had the feelings about it. And I think that going forward from there, the only concerns I think that Biden really had coming into the next election are the economy and maybe the border. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And I think of the economy, it seems like it's just going up. It seems like it's just headed in one direction. Like all the indicators are pointing that way. As long as the economy continues to improve, unless something dramatic happens, like the continuation of the Israel-Palestine stuff, or some crazy event happens at the border, I only see things staying the same or getting better for Biden, but I don't see an opportunity for things to get better for Trump. He just has this indictment stuff that he's putting off. He's got like all these other random civil cases that he's facing. He's still like pulling that same like stolen election chain over and over again. Republicans, I think, are a little bit tired of, kind of the whole Trump thing, even though they're still like very ardently supportive of him. I think the energy is different than it was 7 or 8 years ago. So yeah, I guess that's my feeling. I feel like it's maybe not a clean sweep, but I feel like things can only get better for Biden from here, and I don't see how they improve for Trump. But
I think if you ask me the question now, like as I see it now, I think it's close. It's going to be close. Biden will win, but it's going to be close. But if you fast forward, say 3 months from now, and Trump's convicted in Manhattan, I think that's going to hurt him more than a lot of people realize.
Maybe.
I think it will, because I think that it's going to drive home, hey, this guy's a felon. Like even if you love Trump, it's hard for an independent to vote for somebody that's a convicted felon.
Maybe, yeah. Even if it's, have you guys gone through like the New York case against him?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not that significant, right?
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Like I really wish that they would be the cases in Florida and of course the January 6th
Florida one is good. The Jack Smith January 6th.
Like, I think those are the two ones that are the most damning to Trump. But I don't have too much faith that we're going to actually see those before the election.
I do. It does upset me that from an objectively external point of view, looking at the New York case against Trump, I think it's legitimate. Like, even if it's like, is it really worth it? This is a presidential candidate, ex-president. If it was a Democrat, the Republicans would be treating it like a huge case.
Yeah.
If Bill Clinton was paying $100,000 of hush money to a woman that he banged behind his wife's back, and he was using like campaign funds to do it, I think that would be a huge story that Republicans, I mean, how much do they talk about Hunter Biden?
Yeah.
He's not even elected anything. Yeah. That is, the double standards, but what are you going to do?
It's still a crime, right? If he's convicted, it was still a crime, and he still broke the law. So, I mean, it's not like as bad as trying to overthrow the government and appoint yourself president. But
I think have you read through the indictments for the Mar-a-Lago case?
I read through a lot of it. Yeah,
that's bad.
It is.
There's so much stuff that I didn't know until I started reading through.
Yeah.
That's why
like
I
how
encourage
he hid it, and he like the sprinkler system
to hide it and bring it up to my house. We're gonna fly north.
Yeah, with it. And they flooded the room.
Yeah, because I thought it was just like he took some shit and he was like doing Trump things and moving around. But no, it was a lot more malicious and a lot more intentional than that.
Yeah,
it's very hard to see a way out for him. Like I can't see how he can actually get out of that.
No shot. Especially, and that's just what's in the indictment. If there's anything out, like even with this, and like, oh my God, and it sucks because it's got to be like the worst client ever. Like, okay, well, you had classified information. The mens rea for this crime, though, you have to do this knowingly, right? You didn't say anything like that. And then he's like, this could have been declassified, but it's not. Yeah. I'm not supposed to show this to you, but I am. I'm not supposed to have it, but here it is. And it's like every element. It's like he was reading the criminal code while reciting exactly what he needed. Oh my God. Yeah, geez. Do you think, as people that have lived in Florida for longer than I have, Do you think it's possible to flip Florida for the next election? Biden's announced that they want to try to target.
I think because of the abortion issue, I think there's I mean, I don't see it flipping, but I think there's a chance it could flip just because that issue is actually the single issue is on the ballot. So people are going to have to go and vote. Okay, do I support pro-choice or do I support, abortion? I think it's after the law is like 6 weeks or something, right?
Yeah, it's 6. They made it 6 weeks.
So I mean, you're going to have to go and decide on that. So there's going to be so many people who probably wouldn't go to vote in a Biden versus Trump election going to vote on that issue. And the vast majority of them are obviously going to vote for Biden instead of Trump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it will draw out some pro-choice people, but I think that the extreme of the law, 6 weeks, I don't think there's any other state that's any lower than that. I think it's
basically a ban on abortion, right?
It's basically an all-out. Like most women don't even realize they're pregnant at that point.
Yeah, I looked it up. It was like, I think 4 to 8 weeks or something. There's like some window in there is when you even first realize it. So you would have to like get a test really quick, rush to an abortion clinic.
Yeah.
Does Florida, I don't even know this. Does Florida have weird laws for abortion where like you have to look at a video of the fetus swimming around and you have to get like a pamphlet or any of those?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Some states do really, I think Texas might do weird things like that where you have to talk to somebody first to tell you the pros and cons or something. Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot of money put behind that amendment, and I think that it could draw out enough people to maybe allow Biden to sneak through with a win in Florida.
You think that if Biden wins the next election, do you think Trump will run again?
No.
I don't think so. I mean, did you see that the American Conservative published an article saying how Trump should be able to run in 2028?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Will he live that long?
I mean, if he isn't president, then these other trials are going to actually go to trial,
mm-hmm.
and I think he'll probably be convicted.
The Mar-a-Lago one, 100%. Yeah. J6 is up in the air just because of the novelty.
So like everybody talks about Biden having dementia, like all these people on the right, but people don't realize that Donald Trump's father actually did have dementia.
Okay.
So I mean, it could be in his genes, and I don't think 2028 would be. I think he'd be pushing it up there in age.
Yeah, Biden definitely has slowed down a bit. Yeah. You can tell for sure. I think Trump has noticeably slowed down a bit from where he was like 8 years ago. I think he's still. I think Trump is probably still sharper than Biden on stage, but he's noticeably older. And
he's sharper on stage. Like he can speak better. But I mean, we don't know like when it comes to examining foreign policy. Like I feel like Biden's a good thinker.
Doesn't matter. I don't think anybody cares about that at all.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't. That's
absolutely no care. Yeah.